UFC Fight Night, Yusuf Zalal versus Aljamain Sterling just happened yesterday. But I just want to go over the entire fight card from start to finish. We're gonna go quickly over them and just my picks and just to I like to believe that we did amazing. I know that it's not gonna seem like it because we did get a good amount wrong, but I'll let you know what I mean by this. There were close fights. Yes, I got it wrong, but there were close fights and others that not a lot of people saw coming either. But last thing, if you put $100 on my picks, like each pick, $100, $100, $100, you would have been up, bro, because that's how good I did. But I'll show you right now. I went with Talita Alencar. We saw her win. I thought that her striking and grappling was gonna be a little bit too much for Julia, but I feel like both these ladies didn't show us anything special, man. I think that they're both gonna be taken out. Like, they're probably gonna lose their next fight, to be honest. They just didn't show us anything impressive there. But moving on to the next fight, wow, Max Griffin. This one, it was a close fight. Max Griffin was outstriking Victor Venezuela. In a way, but like in the first 2 rounds. But the thing is that his chin didn't hold up. Victor landed the better shots because Max's chin was like less durable than I expected it to be. He was wobbling. He was getting hurt. He was visibly getting hurt. And then got tired by the 3rd round and then just lost that 3rd round very convincingly, which is why I think that they gave Victor Venezuela that fight. If it was a close 3rd round, maybe they would have given it to Griffin. I'm not really sure how they would have thought of it or they scored it. But yeah. Man, it's a shame. If they give someone, I don't know who they're gonna give Griffin next. They're gonna have to give him like a bum if they want him to continue winning, man. Because Victor is like, he's not that amazing. You know what I'm saying? He has power. That's what was really getting Max Griffin. But we saw him lose in the striking battle. You know what I'm saying? But moving on to the next fight. Francis Marshall, he dominated like I said he was gonna do. They fed him Lucas Brennan. And I think there's nothing special about that fight because Marshall did exactly what he was supposed to do against an unranked guy. So, nothing impressive there. But Cody Durden, let's go, baby. What did I say, man? Cody Durden is going to be better on the feet. And he's going to be able to avoid those takedowns. Or at least get up. Boom, 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 boom. Exactly like I called the man. Cody Durden. Probably the biggest underdog in this entire card. Bro, I'm telling you, my picks are chef's kiss, man. I even said it here, Michelle Montauk. Boom, exactly like I said. Well, other than she's gritty, and she was able to get Maria Bonasilva down and do like great things on the ground, but her striking is abysmal, man. So be very careful, picking her or thinking of her in the next fight, because that's not a good performance to end on. This one, I would have told you, which I did if you saw my last video, don't put a single dollar on this one because it makes no sense. But Jackson McVeigh had a great performance against Cedric Dumas, but I don't think he should have gotten this. I don't. I think that, yes, he got the knockout, but who doesn't beat Cedric Dumas, right? He's losing to everybody. That's not performance worthy. You know what I'm saying? I think performance worthy, someone else who should have gotten that performance was either Barcelos, Aljo, or Rafa. And I'll explain a bit more why. But, moving on. Eric McConaughey, exactly like I said, was going to be able to stuff Rodolfo's takedowns because Rodolfo is getting stuffed. He's getting his takedowns stuffed by everybody, man. Tresean Gore stuffed all of his takedowns. It's just Eric McConaughey is just a better striker. A bit more durable, right? But it was a little bit worrisome that first round where McConaughey got rocked, but I guess he's been in so many of these situations nowadays where he performed better. He learned from his mistakes. But moving on to the next fight. Wow, I was so wrong. Marcus Buchecha, you are booty cheeks, bro. You are ass. Get out of the UFC, brother. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, no, you are ass though. But I don't see anything special from you going up at heavyweight. You're not gonna be champion, man. I don't think you might ever fight for the belt, to be honest. I think he's just that bad. Montel Jackson did way better than I thought. I didn't think he was gonna injure Rahoni Barcelos that badly, bro. I honestly didn't. But Rahoni did exactly what I thought he was gonna do. He's very smart, man. He's so good. His IQ is so underrated, and I think that's what people, people are failing to understand. He's really good. I mean, I hope he's an underdog for his next fight as well, so we could put some money on him. But I don't know who they're gonna give him next. I don't. But obviously he's gonna be ranked. He's gonna have a ranked number soon. And he's gonna have to fight a ranked fighter. So we're gonna have to look into these bantamweight bouts and see who should be up next later on. But man, David Grant, man, I was so wrong on this one. I was so damn wrong on this one because he did such an amazing job versus Martin Eddie Brand. That was an amazing fight. It definitely deserves fight of the night, to be honest. It was such a nice back and forth in a way. I mean, David Grant was beating the shit out of Martin Eddie, but Martin Eddie was landing some good strikes. I told you his striking game isn't as bad as you think it might be. I just thought it was better than it was. But also I thought that David Grant was falling, he was on a decline more than I thought, I thought he looked bad in his last two fights, to be honest. So that's why I didn't pick him. But I said I don't put any money on that one as well, because it's such a close pick'ems fight. I didn't know which one was gonna be which. But either way, moving on to the next fight. Wow, Rafa Garcia impressed me, and I think that he surprised so many other people, right? Like, I think that there's so many people that went with Alexander Hernandez, but how can't you, man? Rafa chases his opponents. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. He chases his opponents, and Alexander has such good movement. But man, Rafa was so patient, picking his shots so well. Rafa's IQ is so underrated, because I didn't think it was that good, but in this fight he literally proved his IQ was super, like, fucking good. Man, keep an eye out on him, to be honest. Honestly, keep an eye out on Rafa Garcia. I think he is younger than Alexander Hernandez. He looks like he's a tough dude, strong dude, and he has pretty good fight IQ, to be honest. So I'll definitely keep a lookout on this. I was keeping a lookout on this fight. You know what I mean? I was like, wow, Norma, you're moving so well. Wow, Jocelyn, that was wonderful. You know what I mean? That's what I was doing. I was like, oh shit. Battle of the Yams. Great fight for Jocelyn Edwards, because Norma Dumas did not do shit, bro. How the hell was she? The whole John Cena meme and shit. How the hell was she that confused as to why she lost that fight, man? She clearly lost that fight. She didn't do anything. It could have been a 30-27, to be honest, by all three judges, and I still would have been like, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, because what did Norma do? What did Norma do? Absolutely nothing. It was pretty embarrassing on her, and to be honest. But I don't want to spend too much time on it, right? She could have gotten the title shot, but she wanted to, like, she thought they were just gonna give it to her just to give it to her, because she got the yam, she looked nice and everything like that, and she could be a next big star or whatnot. Well, not star, but she could be next big thing in the women's division, because she fights very well. But man, that doesn't mean they're gonna give it to you if you lose that like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not gonna rob her just because you lost that badly. It's crazy. It's crazy. Good win from Jocelyn Edwards, honestly. Very impressive. But also, like I said, Norma Dumas, the thing I didn't really like about her, keeps her chin up too high. Ooh, ooh, ooh. She was getting caught, man. She was getting caught. And Jocelyn Edwards has better accuracy than I thought, to be honest. But moving on to the next fight, Aljamain Sterling versus Yusuf Zalal. What a masterclass from Aljamain Sterling, being the shadow Yusuf Zalal. What? I'm just mad at myself because I could have put so much more. But whatever, it's alright. Aljamain Sterling, what a beautiful fucking performance, honestly. Beat the shit out of Yusuf Zalal, like, held him to the ground. Man, I told you, Aljo, I don't understand why he was such an underdog. He's such a good fighter, such a veteran, and you don't underestimate him, bro. I'm really curious to see who they give him next. But that should be the end of it. I mean, I don't think they're gonna give him the title shot. I think they're probably gonna give him one more ranked opponent. I just don't know who that's gonna be. It might be, maybe they give him I don't know. If they give him Silva, though, I think Silva's gonna win. Honestly, I think Silva's gonna win. I think Aljo might be able to beat Evloev, but I think Evloev should be next for the title shot, to be honest. And I also think Volkanovski is, like, set on giving it to Evloev. So Yeah, I mean, I think it definitely makes the most sense, but Evloev is not beating Volk. He's not beating Volk, bro. Volk is gonna beat the shit out of Evloev straight up. But anyways, have yourselves a wonderful day. Let me know, your thoughts on this card overall. Like I said, if you put $100 on all the underdogs that I picked, you should be eating fucking amazing tonight. Drop something down there. You know what I mean? But not for real. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Thank you for following me on this journey. Enjoy the rest of your time.